Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Brawler, where today we are running the Harrowing of Morgul, which is the same instance that I ran yesterday in an instance of one with my Warden. And I thought, let's see how my Brawler does relative to how my Warden did. What do you say about that, Dolenthal? Our actions have instigated a fight between Ugakor's forces and those loyal to Gothmog. If fortune is on our side, this may allow the Rangers to proceed further into Minas Morgul. But we should do what we can to better their chances of survival, and I know just the thing to do it. Defeating the commanders of each army will throw the orcs into disarray. To reach them, we will need to clear several of the barricades between us and them. So, let us begin. Let us begin. We need to kill orcs and uncover some barricades. Now we've got a goblin scout up ahead. We also have this orc warrior or two who also wants to join in the fray. Now what happens that we can say that there are two states for the ones we have. The ones who are fighting, I guess three states. One are those who are fighting and aren't going to bother us because they're too busy on their current opponents. Those who are fighting and win their little battles, so they then turn our attention to us. Those are clickable, but we can't tab to them, so we don't automatically go to them. And then the third here, which are just already poised. They currently have no opponents, so let us go and we go after them next on that matter. Right, what do you say about that? Now, I should note that when we have a group where one group wins and the other one does, it's whoever's area we are in who wins them. For example, here we have Ugakor's forces. We're in Ugakor's territory, so Ugakor's forces have the upper hand. So those are the ones that we'll be facing here. We get the Gothmog's area, and then we will be facing Gothmog's, because Gothmog's forces will have the upper hand. That's just the way things go in here. There you go. Yeah, who is next in here? Anyone else on the here? No. I guess the next step is this archer then. I just don't want to go through here too fast, because if you go too quickly, you may find yourself going past somebody that you get in contact with them, and you're now fighting two groups instead of one. So I do tend to proceed a little carefully there, though I presume that if you are someone who's confident in your abilities to survive such scenarios, you'll just run on by anyway. Who cares? More the merrier. I don't think I'm up to the point where it's thinking it's more the merrier. Especially considering what's been happening in those runnings of breaching the Necromancer's gate. Oh, my morale's going down, so I better bump that up there. I should remember to use these buffs a little bit more because they can be useful. Right, that's the way to go. Yeah, and now you are down. Whew. Now, where are we going next? We have you. Yeah, there it is. There's the group we want to fight. See, they're green right now. See, those are Gothmogs. I think right behind them is this Defiler, and that Defiler is going to become active as soon as I get close to him. Okay, this does demonstrate, though, that he is green until the drama ends. Alright, I don't know if I actually stopped that heal. But, oh, I think I at least slowed him down a little bit. Oh, can I get this poison off of me? And no, I can't. Not till that timer runs out. Let's see who's next. We got you. Okay, he's the sergeant. He's already red, so I'm surprised they don't attack me when I do something like that, saying, "Hey, wait a minute, what are you doing getting into this fray?" Well, fortunately, the ones that are just there for dramatic purposes aren't going to bug me. And your turn. Alright. Actually, I think I'm getting through here at a decent pace, maybe even better pace than my warden was. Let's head on down here. Everything all right. Now, I should note that I am currently, maybe I better have a mite to eat, that my warden was running under a tanking line, and I'm running under a red line here, so I do expect my defenses to be a little bit weaker than they were on the warden. But I am doing reasonably well. Guess the goal is not to get defeated as to what's going on here. Now, as I said in the video with the warden, unlocking this one is trivial here. All you have to do is hit level 121, and there aren't any special prerequisites like doing special quests or even having a discovery deed or anything like that. So it's unusual in that. It's the only one of the meanest Morgul instances that is auto-granted with nothing that you need to do other than getting up to do the right level. So I think all the others, they have either a quest, I think just discovery. I guess we'll find that out when we get around to that next area, since I'll be getting to those in an instance of one and verifying what the status is for them. Guess up this way. Okay, we've got a sergeant there that we need to deal with. Well, what we do is we just knock out the sergeant for a little while, and then we'll all be fine, right? And knock them down. Hey, can I slow you guys down at least? No, you're not having any of that, are you? Ah, there you go. That. Let's get rid of that poison. Good. And this is barrier number 2, I guess? Yes, second barricade. Good. Now, what those barricades are doing, I have absolutely no idea, because it certainly hasn't slowed down Gothmog's forces in this battle or anything like that. Well, actually, Gothmog's forces are coming in from the other direction. No wonder those barricades aren't doing any good. But we saw them fighting on both sides of it, so I'm not too sure what those barricades are for. Are they intended to keep us out? Which is rather unusually foresighted for them, considering that if they thought that we were about to attack on this, they might have... Well, okay, they'll just bicker anyway, I guess. They're orcs. There you go. Ah. Anyone this way? Anyone this way? Ah! First boss fight! Alright, let me make sure I'm at full morale before I start this little battle. Are you sure about that? Alright.
You cannot defeat me.
These foul worms have set upon the Gothmog's forces! You're to blame!
Me? Why do you blame little old me?
Well, if you're gonna blame me, then I might as well just try to kill you, right? And, oh yeah, let's get serious here.
Around, you maggot!
Ouch!
Rain fire upon them!
Yeah, rain fire upon you. Well, there you go. Let's just grab the chest. Whee! 3 sigils of Venus Ithil and the usual stuff you get. And including these Venus Ithil relics to help with my reputation with Venus Ithil, which is nice of them, considering that I haven't done them since I valored this character, and sort of bypassed all that Minacito stuff. So maybe getting a little bit of rep this way will help. Alright, have a nice rest. There you go. And, oh. Is this a good time to? Yes, it is a good time to do the big punch at the end. Alright, now next. Oh, warrior. Now, the thing about Gothmog's forces is sometimes they come at me at one at a time instead of in twos, which is rather strange because they're not any better than Ugracor's forces, so if they want to give themselves a lower chance of survival, fine with me. Alright, there we go. You're not going to last long. Okay, good. Oh, see, look at this. They're just not supporting each other. Ugracor's forces at least supported each other. I mean, it made them more of a pain to get through, but they certainly were more supportive of their comrades, which is something to say for them. Not sure what it says about them, but it says something about them. There you go. And what else? Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting him to come after me, but I guess I should have because they're in the areas in twos. It's just that they're not supporting each other. Alright, who's out this way? I saw a sergeant up this way. Hello. Having fun? Enjoying the battle? Oh, that's right. I have to kill them all in here because, well, not obviously only the ones that are targetable, of course, because that's the final boss fight right up there. The gate to the boss. And unlike that, I need to deal with a few orcs. And then we'll all be set. There we go. And there we go. Oh, I guess I was expecting, because I'm used to the ones in Reaching Necromancer's Gate where the gate goes up and it goes slowly up. In this case, it goes whap! Alright, here we go. Oh, that's right, Mr. Warg. Hi there! Who is next?
Me, pick me!
I speak for Gothmog! Wretched things! How dare you to face me! Well, okay, well, I'll dare anyway, right?
A pox upon you all!
Yeah, pox upon you. Oh, you didn't even have a chance to summon the second warg yet. How about that? That went pretty well. I think my character is getting better equipment. There we go. And that's it for the Harrowing of Morgul. I think that run went pretty well, and while this is a relatively straightforward instance compared to the others, it does indicate that I'm starting to get on par with my Warden, though not as much in the survivability department, I think, but it looks like I am doing fairly well in getting some damage here. And I'm hoping that that would improve with the release of Update 33, which is coming up. So I think I got my benchmarks now of where I am at, where when I first got to 140, because getting there very, very quickly after a Valor, I was way behind on equipment, but I think I'm starting to get into shape right now. I still have a little bit of work to do, I think, before I'm really able to face the tougher instances. And of course, I also have the changes to see that are coming up in Update 33, which should be soon. Now, with that, I think we have time for one mission. I decided to run an Elder Slade mission, well fed at Wormscroft, where I need to deal with some worms. Now this one is, I think, similar to one that I'd done recently, where I was dealing with, I think, in the same space where I was dealing with various worms. Oh, hold. Don't you do that. Don't you call that. In other words, defeat Dragonkind here in this lair. Not much different from the other one. In fact, they seem to be pretty much identical now you look at it. Amazing. Just pop a new label on it and it's a new mission, it looks like. Oopsie daisy. That might have been a bit much on there. Oh, yes. It looks like we could at least be a before and after one, but because if I remember correctly, when I was doing the other one, maybe I was just confused. It's the same mission, and a cycle went around on that. In either case, the previous time I was getting several summonses that were being completed, and this time I am killing them before they're able to summon the help. And I think that's a nice contrast to have here. And your turn. Yeah, very quickly completed. And the other one, I think half of the summonses were completed, and this time none of them were. So I think I'm being much more effective on that score. Good. You're not gonna ruin my perfect record there. Not at all. Ouch. Just to make fun of me, he spits fire at me right at the end. Ah! Hey. Don't lag out and ruin my record. Now, I think that's it for the mission, so let us get back out of here. Now let's rescue some dwarves. Actually, this is another one that looks very familiar. But I think this one is different in that you actually have to rescue dwarves, which I don't remember in the other one. Okay, in that case, I still need to be able to stop these healings by the hobgoblins, that's for sure. And your turn? Yeah, because here we have dwarves that we need to rescue. Alright, your turn. Stop them. No summoning. Hey, are you free now? Are you okay? Yes? Ah, good. Cheering. Free the second scout. Oops. So where's the first scout? So similar. So it's the same space. And as far as I can tell, the only difference here is that we've got some dwarves to rescue on top of killing a few hobgoblins. Alright. Your turn. Hey, can I just punch him? Yes, I can. Alright, your turn to go. That meant on the other one, since the object was to kill a certain number of hobgoblins, as soon as I got the number of hobgoblins there, I was out of there. But this time, that's not going to happen because I got to save all of the dwarves. And we got to do that quickly and effectively, right? Now, let's see. Here, yes. Oh, frost collar. Alright, and you're not going to call frost if you've got a headache, that's for sure. Okay, good. And just let you come along here. The fourth dwarf. Is there a dwarf up ahead? Well, we could always kill him anyway. This looks... whoops. There you go. He went down first, and even though I was targeting the other one? Alright. bit of a weakling if you ask me. And now it's your turn. See, I still have the third and fourth to rescue. Oops. How are you doing? Alright, well, he did have me a little caught off guard on that induction there. Just got the interrupt on time. Alright, that is number 3. Alright, that means number 4 should be up this way. It looks like I'm gonna have to kill the entire dungeon. Well, a clean dungeon is a happy dungeon, as Terry Adwin is wont to say. So, let's make it a happy dungeon. And speaking of happy, I think this dwarf is going to be happy if I rescue him. But this crusher is going to have a crushing headache. Well, I was about to say unfortunately, but most fortunately for me. There you go. Done? There you go. You're free! And mission complete. Mission accomplished. And I think that will be it for episode here, where I managed to run successfully the Harrowing. And I was showing that it looks like my character is a little bit better off than I was a couple of episodes back. I ran these missions and turns out that they were similar to the ones I had run earlier, but I think that they demonstrated that I'm in a pretty good shape, I think. Now, there are still a few difficulties I have in survivability, especially if I go into a place like the lofts, where things can get rather hectic in there, so I still need to work on a few things. But we'll see how things are after the update, which I think is going to be at the next episode of Piney Plays the Brawler.